Looks like I'm white. Hope everyone's having a good day. Gonna go ahead and play 4 4s. That's an interesting move. We're just gonna take some points here. And also, if you haven't heard, I do have a Patreon. I offer lessons, SGF reviews, or you can just support for $5. And yeah, so I'll let you guys know. And we'll get back to the game. Okay, so he's trying to cut stuff. We're just going to keep him separated. And this corner is pretty much okay, but now he has 2 weak groups. We have the 1 weak group. So we just need to focus on defending our weak group. And I want to try and defend it in a way where it's starting to put some pressure on one of these groups. So I think I'll start with something over here. Yeah, I think we'll do that one. There is a cut here, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. Okay, well, Hane. We're not going to go crazy and try and kill this. Okay, but he is going to cut everything. Okay, so we're just going to extend. He extended, we'll keep extending. And keep extending. And okay, so he should have probably kept going here, because if I Atari here, connect, he's still pretty much connected. We do have a weakness here, but I don't think it's that big of an issue. If he runs out here, we can run this way, and this group's weak. So I think we need to turn here, which is limiting a lot of his points. Okay, so we'll Hane one more time because we're threatening to capture. And at this point, we've reduced this area. I think it's finally okay. We'll just come back, capture this stone, make sure we're nice and connected. And he still has this weak group over here. But he doesn't defend it. I guess he's aiming at this cut, but if he cuts here, we just jump into the corner. So he didn't defend this group. Not sure how we can attack. I think we start with this peep. So if he connects, he gets a little bit heavier. And then I think we'll just jump here. Making some points here, but also threatening to surround. If we Hane here, he can Hane back. So we're going to play this one. So that if he goes here, we extend. So he can make an eye here, but our group has a better connection. And we're having some potential somewhere else. So there's still a cutting point here for him. But I'm very happy to just keep extending on the bottom side here, which is giving lots of points. And we'll even keep going and threatening to surround. And we'll keep going. And now we have a cutting point here, so we're just going to come back and defend it. He turns. Okay, so he keeps defending. That's good. But I think I don't really see a good way to keep attacking. So if we go here, he Hanes, we Hane back. He can kind of just keep extending. I'm not sure if we're really getting anything out of that. So I think I'm going to Tanuki and just approach and reduce this side now. He attaches. Okay, we'll go on top. And here we're just going to get territory. He's going to get a wall facing this way, but we have stones over here, so he's not really getting anything. And after Atari's here, I connect. There's a cutting point he needs to defend. And I think we'll just push here. We can still peep here and descend down, and then this whole group is not alive yet. So because of that weakness, we're going to go ahead and cut. And then we're pretty strong here, so I don't think we have to worry too much about it. We do have this peep here, which can be annoying. I think we're going to defend it and just try to make a base here. Okay, he defends. I'm kind of surprised. He cuts everywhere, but then sometimes he defends. It's a little surprising. Normally, especially at this rank, if they're going to cut everything, they just cut everything and they never defend. Okay, so we could play here, kind of small. We can play here, not the biggest. Here, we can play here. This one looks pretty big because it's threatening to reduce one of his largest areas and is growing the corner at least a little bit. And this corner is still open to a 3-3 invasion, so we'll go ahead and defend against that. It is also growing our corner quite a bit. I'm not sure what he was scared of here, unless he's aiming at a cut. So if he cuts here, I go here, he extends. Could be in some trouble. I think we'll defend the cut like this, which gives us a little bit more eye space. And also if he cuts here, we can cut, and then if he extends, we can turn, and we should be able to capture him first. So he plays here. We'll keep defending our center group. And his whole group here is still not alive, and there's a cut here. So if we manage to cut him off here, he has to be very careful about this cut. So this is the same as this one, where if he went here, we would go here, and then if he extended, we go here. So the order is kind of different, but I think the end result should be the same. Here, we just cut, we have more liberties. If he cuts here, then of course, we'll just connect our stones and capture the 3 stones. Okay, so he tries to connect to these. There's still this cut here, so I still want to try and keep them separated. Even if he does connect here, we get a lot of profit, and we should be able to just capture the stone and Sente if he does defend everything. Because we can peep here. We might lose 2 stones, but if he pushes through and captures, we just Atari and sacrifice them. It's not a big deal. So now I can play here or in the corner, but I kind of like this one better. Feels like it's just more safe. So he does defend that. There is this cutting point here. So we'll go ahead and defend the cutting point. He does have to defend the corner, but I think something like this would be better because he's forcing me to play here, which this has really good end game on this side, and I can still play a monkey jump. And at this point, I think it is already in game. These groups pretty much alive connected. I guess I could still try and force a cut, but I don't think it's really necessary. So I think the biggest moves I see are this one and this one. This one actually looks kind of big because it's kind of indirectly protecting the cut here. And this corner looks like it has at least some weaknesses. Okay, so he does defend it. And this one looks like the last big extension. And we'll just go up. We're not too worried about trying to kill this and make a bunch of points. Okay, so here I think is the start of endgame. And we'll start with double Sente move. So this move, if he plays here, I have to respond and then he can Hane. If I play here, it's the same. So double Sente. Although maybe I could just extend here because then I'm threatening this cut. But, oh well, we can do that one later. We'll go ahead and do this one. Okay, and we'll go ahead and come back and do this one because we're threatening this cut, which should be Sente. He does defend, but I think he should just defend like this because this is giving me another Sente move and he still has to come back and defend. Okay, so back to endgame. So this one I think is also pretty much double Sente. If he plays here, I block, he can Hane. So if I go here first, I can go, I don't know if it's Sente for me. So if I Hane connects here, 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 he connects, probably not Sente, but I got rid of the double Sente. So now we can go and play something else. So this is Sente, but monkey jump I think is much bigger. So we'll go ahead and do that one first. Not sure he has a good way to do it. I guess he could try this one, but then I just go here. This one doesn't quite work. I guess maybe he can threaten the Ko, but I'm just gonna defend it, and he has to push again. Yeah. Then I'll just push again because pretty big. So this one's probably too small because this one's not Sente anymore. So we'll go back and try to find some more Sente moves. So this one's not Sente, but this is reverse Sente. But you play Sente moves before reverse Sente. And this one, I believe, is still Sente. Okay, throw in I don't think really does much. And now, yeah, he has to go here because this would be a Ko. So this one hurt him a lot more than anything. And he's still not quite alive here. So I can play this move, and it feels like he needs to add a move here. Okay. If he pushes here, I can Atari. And if I Atari, he goes here, I capture. I don't think there's any weaknesses I have to worry about, so I should be able to just connect here. But I guess he is defending his eye shape here, so maybe this was good for him. And there is some in-game here, but I just need to block everything, and I should be okay. He goes there, so he's threatening this cut, pretty obviously. So I'll go ahead and defend that, which is reverse Sente. And he 3-3s. Okay, so we should be able to just kill this. But even if it lives, I feel like, yeah, it says I'm winning by about 77. And that's without Komi. Yeah, so we just block here. And peep here. So we can connect to this stone. And I think even if we just go here, it's probably fine. But connecting under is probably a little bit easier because there's no way he can get 2 eyes on this side. Okay, this should help me because if he pushes here, we get to Hane here. Yep, we'll just make sure all our stones are connected. And yeah, block here. And then throw in. Yeah, I don't think he could live there unless I made a mistake. But I think if he goes here, I go here, he goes here, here, then it was still dead. But here we'll just focus on in-game. So we'll protect this side. Even if he does Atari and all this, this is all connected. And he goes here. Yep, we'll go ahead and block here because Hane looks a little bit dangerous. He blocks. Of course, we'll connect everything. He goes here. So, of course, we're just going to connect here. Because if we don't, he'll just Atari and capture. So this one looks like he just dies in Gote. I guess maybe he's aiming at a Ko, but I can just connect here. And this is all connected, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so back to endgame. Reverse Sente, I think, is probably the biggest at this point. So I'll go ahead and play this one. Okay, I don't think he needed to defend, but I guess he just thought I knew what I was doing. So I think that's pretty much it for Sente endgame. I think I kind of just want to play here, try to get rid of any of the attachments here that can make the game a little bit complicated. And after that, yeah, I think we're just ahead. Yeah, it says white by 82, and this was a no Komi game. So we're pretty far ahead. Yeah, we'll just defend here. And that's because he just created too many weak groups and was just kind of forced to live. He didn't really defend this group at all. The top side was reduced by quite a bit. That happens when you're just impatient. Like you try to stop your opponent from getting all the territory, and you normally end up with no territory yourself. So it's normally not a good idea to try and do that. So normally in the opening, the game is supposed to be even. You get half, your opponent gets half, and then the game is played from there. So no need to be greedy and take everything. Okay, it looks like it's just small end game from here, so I'll probably cut to the end. So in the end, I win by about 80 without Komi. But hopefully you found that interesting, and I'd like to thank all my Patreons. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you all next time.